Well, it's the morning of November 3rd, and it's just getting pretty light here. We've been in the stand for about 45 minutes, and we had a Dona fawn walk through, and then maybe a minute behind her, a little buck cruised through, right nose down, right on their trail. We haven't had a ton of encounters with Future up here. It's mainly been on the south end, but he was in the berm field last night, which is to the south of here, and it seemed like he was searching more or less than with a doe, so we're hoping that he's going to cruise through this bedding area here to the south of us. We got a great wind for it. We're on the upwind side of it, so all these deer we're hoping are going to cruise down the downwind or through on the downwind side of it. So far it's worked this morning. That one little buck was just right on them does. It would have been perfect if it was him, but it's only about 50 degrees this morning. It's pretty comfortable actually, clear blue skies. But we got rain coming tomorrow and Saturday, which is, no pun intended, gonna put a damper on the hunting, I have a feeling. So we're gonna be a little more aggressive today. I've been feeling under the weather the last few days, so I haven't been overly motivated to hang and hunt at all. I just didn't have the energy. But I think this afternoon, with this little bit of wind cover that we've got, we're gonna, if nothing happens this morning, we're gonna dive in a little closer to where we've been seeing Future and where we think he's been bedding a lot with does. So not a bad start to the morning with that little cruising buck and that doe and fawn, but let's just hope Future does that. That'd be great. Easy, huh? That would have been so easy. Yeah, it's a spiker. Do you see this other dog to the left or to the right? I mean, yeah, she's right here. No, the other one, right more, standing there, right there. there's another buck yet.
Mac. 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 Mac.
I screwed that up. I knew that tree was 33, and I have my pin set for 30. And when I drew back, I just... when I drew back, I just put it right where I should have been, and I should have aimed. It went right under his chest, right under his. Oh, are you freaking kidding me, dude? It's about 4:45, and I'm at a loss for words, really. It's day 5 in a row that we've seen that deer. Second time we've had him in bow range. Finally got a shot off. And I think after reviewing the footage, I nicked that little tree that was in front of him. And it bumped low. It might have been a little low anyway, because that big tree that he walked behind, I had ranged at 33. And both his does walked in front of it, which I figured was 30. So I had my pin set for 30, and he walked the back side of that tree instead of in front of it like his does, and I just, it escaped my mind to hold a little high because he walked behind it, so he was probably like 35, so I might have been a little low anyway, but the effort that we've put into that deer, and to have the opportunity and to just come short, fall short because of yourself is pretty sickening. So he's right over here yet. We just saw him again at 80 yards. He has no idea what happened. He was just kind of milling around, and then he just slowly walked off to the south with his does yet. He's right in the area, so I'm not saying that he might not come back through, but usually you don't get a lot of opportunities at a mature buck like that, especially your target. When you're targeting one deer, it's really frustrating, especially, so. God, the hang and hunt worked, just didn't execute. 98% now, 99. Just, we're gonna sit the rest of the night and cross our fingers that he walks within 35 yards of this tree again. Unlikely. Welcome back to another First Light in the Field here. We're hunting in Iowa this week. We had a pretty awesome morning this morning, seen quite a few deer. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about one of the pieces I use pretty much from now until the end of season, and that is the Wick Ultralight 150 neck gaiter from First Light. I wear this thing pretty much when the temps get below freezing, and it is a lifesaver when you're spending a lot of time in the tree, especially during the rut. In the past, when I haven't had anything really to cover my face, had the tendency of getting wind burnt a lot, even sunburned on some of the warmer days, and it's just nice to have a little bit something extra to block that wind and keep your face from getting beat up pretty good. So if you haven't checked them out, go to firstlight.com, and thanks for watching. It's the morning of November 10th here this morning. We've kind of had a little bit of an interesting morning so far. We got into the spot we sat last night. Got in here plenty early. We were probably in here set up 45 minutes before daylight in this spot. And we weren't set up for more than a few minutes, and we had a vehicle drive by. We're hunting a small 40-acre piece of public. Had a vehicle drive by, blaring on the horn, and shortly after that we had another vehicle pull in, park right where we were. You can hear them from the stand here. Get out of the vehicle and slam the door shut, and it wasn't 10-15 minutes later, all of a sudden we seen headlamps coming our direction. Somebody come right down through the creek here. Was pretty much gonna walk right up on us. Brought my flashlight out, flashed them to let them know we were here, and they just decided to shut their light off, so not sure where they went. There was another guy further to the east of us here on the other side of the creek, looks like he got set up over there. So, not really the start to the morning that we were hoping, but we'll give it a shot here this morning. It's overcast this morning. It's windy, just not, it's warm, not really ideal. Temps, again, for this time of year, it's been kind of the common theme for this November so far.
Burp.
Jim, 34 yards, pinwheeled him. We're tagged out.
What was next? Okay,
That
I was
had-
wrong about this spot.
That happened so fast. I was just sitting here, we literally just got done doing an interview, and kind of was in a negative mindset this morning just because all the hoopla we had going on prior to the daybreak, and I look up all of a sudden and this buck's coming right straight at us, and he turned and he actually started running down the hill, and I ranged a spot just before he got to it. It was 34 yards, and I used I have the Rise 2 pin. I put the second pin on him. My second pin's 38. I put it right on him low, and I'm pretty sure I just heart shot him, and he ran up the hill 40 yards and piled up. November 10th, we're tagged out in Iowa, buddy. There's blood all over here.
Oh, yeah.
There's my arrow. She is soaked. Look at that. He's a good deer, dude. Hell yeah, man. All right, well, it is November 10th here in Iowa, and to be honest, I was not expecting much this morning. We came in here, and like I said, we had some other hunters kind of come up in on us, and it's been super warm. It's probably in the 60s right now. Got up to like 74 yesterday, and the deer movement just completely shut down. They're calling rain here today, and we were just sitting here in the tree. Kind of was a little bit down in the dumps just with everything going on this morning, and all of a sudden I look up and this buck's coming right straight to us. It happened so fast, but made the determination that it was a buck I wanted to shoot. Came in here completely blind. I had no clue what we had for caliber of deer in this spot. But he come in perfect to 34 yards, and I was shooting the Rise sight here, and had the second pin of mine was at 38, so I just put the second pin on and aimed a touch low, and he dropped right into it perfect. Hit him right in the sweet spot. He only ran 50 yards and piled up here, but just a beautiful Iowa public land buck. It's been really a tough last couple weeks of hunting for me. I've had some solid bucks on camera, just with the warm weather conditions, just haven't really been seeing them. We seen a good one a couple days ago, one of our target bucks on a piece of property we've been hunting, and it just wasn't in the cards. He didn't come. Needed him to come another 20 yards closer, and just didn't work out. But came in here just completely on a whim. Had no clue really where to go yesterday. We just kind of looked at Onyx and kind of picked a spot that we thought would have been beneficial for us to sit, and
was a little bit of a slower night last night. We seen a doe, a fawn, and a small buck, and just decided we were going to come back in here this morning because I didn't want to pressure any other pieces that me and Melissa have been hunting. So came back in here and it just worked out perfect. I can't thank Jim enough for coming down to take his time off and film me here in Iowa. I had Scott here last week, and he was grinding it out with me also as well. So pretty pumped to get this buck down. Pretty special deer for me. It's my biggest buck I've killed on public land in Iowa. And now Melissa's up to bat. She's got a tag. She's got a few days that she can hunt here coming up, starting tomorrow, and really wanting to get her on a buck. That's kind of been my #1 goal this year, is to get her to fill a buck tag more than anything. So if we can get that done, it'd be just the cherry on top to a great season so far for me. So for the most part, though, I'm pretty much tagged out up until the shotgun or muzzleloader season start. I don't really have any tags anywhere else to be chasing deer, so I'm gonna be probably a cameraman for a while, which is, there's no problem with that. I love doing that as well. So we're gonna get this deer out of here and try and get him out before the rain starts here today. I think they're calling rain here in a couple hours. So can't thank Jim enough again for coming to film me, and can't thank my wife enough for putting up with all the crazy hunting habits that I have through the fall. Spent a lot of time in the field, a lot of time away from home. So just can't say enough how great it is having her support and doing what I love to do. So it's time to celebrate, Jimbo.